Hi, in this video we are going to see SUMIF function, SUMIFS function, average if and average ifs function. Let me open my spreadsheet. As of now I have opened my workbook and where I have written 4 formulas here. One is SUMIF, SUMIFS, count ifs, average and average ifs. So here count if and count ifs in previous video we have already covered. So if you want, you can skip that particular topic, like you can skip that, but if you want you can continue with video as of now, and this one we will be covering very short, like in the very fast manner. So first example is our sum if. How we can do that? I'll put the sum. It will require 3 parameter. One is range, criteria and sum range. Okay, so sum if means sum and if. Sum means we want to add, if means we have to provide some, we wanted to provide some condition on this. So sum ifs range. What is the range? We have the data. So we have data in India, whole range we having this data. Now I put comma, and what is the next parameter it is asking? It is asking provide the criteria. So what is the criteria? I want to search India, that is, this is the condition. On that range I want to find out wherever India is there, just do the sum. So next parameter, what is asking? What sum range, what you want, like as a result what you want to add. So here I have, this is the my range, so I'll put 1. I will select that, and as soon as I hit enter, if you see I got result as 11,998. So let's see manually validate it if it is a matching. So I'll select India here and I click on the total. I'll do the sum, and if you see here 11,998 is the our result. So we got the same result here as well. Similar way, if I want to put give for the India and Indonesia, every country, right, I will copy and paste it here. But one problem is here, if you see, as it has our relative reference, right? So whenever I am pasting, it is going to take the relative reference. So in this formula we wanted to lock some cells here. What cell we wanted? We don't want to move these cells, right? This range, first range, we don't want to move. So what I'll do, I'll put F4 here, and if you observe, for each column and rows the dollar sign has been inserted. Then next this range, some range we don't want it because that table is going to be remain same. So I will lock here. I'll put F4, and if you observe, the dollar sign got L2 is this our column, this L2 till L504, this cell got locked. If you observe here, we have J2 to L504, then L2 to L504. But here if you see, what was that? Because we have relative reference, it has shift J3, the range got changed. So whatever we have value going to, if something is above than that, it's not going to cover it, it is getting shifted down, right? So we don't want it to that to be happen. So what I have done, I have locked the cell, those cells, and now I am pasting here. So everywhere if you see, we have got. Now I want to see that whether Kenya's number is correct or not. Let me put a filter here. I am putting filter here. I'll select Kenya. So if I get, sorry, I'll just sum it. If you see, 11,593 is the sum. 11,593 is the Kenya's one. 11,593. So similar way we got the sum function, SUMIF function. In SUMIF function we have, what is the range we wanted to, first we have to select that range, then we have to put what criteria is there, and then we have to put what cell we want sum. Okay, now we have some ifs. So sum we want to add ifs means multiple condition. Based on here we had one condition as India. If you want to more conditions, right, we can add some ifs. Now how we can do that? Some ifs, select that first, what is asking sum range. So it is asking for sum range. I will put that. You can see that this that yellow or that sorry bold line, right, it is means this number it is asking. Now I'll put comma, and here what I'll do, I'll put F4 here itself now itself and put comma. Then it is asking criteria range. Now my first criteria is a country and it is in the J column. So what I'll do, I'll select it and again I put F4. I will lock those cells. Then I'll put comma. What is the criteria? My criteria is this one, gender. No, I will put as. So firstly we have put that first criteria we are no. So first criteria will be our in B column, that's country, right? So I'll put the criteria. Now second thing, criteria range, it will ask second criteria. So I'm going to put whether male or female, that what is the gender. Again I will lock this cell F4, and now it will ask for the second criteria. So I will put this is my second criteria, or I can type here. If you don't want, we can type it as male. Since I have value, we can refer to that one also. Both way it will be working, the result will be same. So I hit enter and click OK. So if you see, I have for India and male, we should be getting 6,937 as a result. Let me put filter. What I'll do, I'll select country as India and then I select as male and I'll do the sum. And if you observe 6,000, here we have 6,936 is our sum, and here also we have sum. So this is the way we can apply multiple cells. So if you observe, what are the parameter we have given? We have given first what is the range for where we wanted to have sum. Then second, first the criteria, that second parameter is what is the criteria, what criteria we want to have. So our criteria is sitting in the J column, first criteria in the J column, so I am selecting the J column. Then second criteria, what is the parameter for first, what is the, that is the range, and what is the keyword. So I have updated the country as India. Then it come to the second criteria, range. So when it asks for range, we have to provide where is the value is that. I am selecting that one, then I am putting as a male. So this is the way we can do. Now I have lock all those cells where it was moving. So I have changed to the relative reference to the absolute reference. I am putting on this. So if you see, we having all data pasted. Let's verify some any other, like we have checked for India. Now we will check for Japan. Okay, for Japan, if we have the country should be Japan and the condition should be male. Japan and Japan and then male, and if I see, so I am getting 6,494 as it is, which is the correct. So now we will go to the count if. So count if function simple, same way as we have sum if. I'll put the range, here, range, and what is the criteria. So I want to see the criteria as India, and I hit enter. One thing I have to do, one is I have to log this, or else it will get relative reference and it will change everywhere. So I log this cell, I make the absolute reference and I'm pasting here. If you see, entire data got pasted, and if you want to validate whether data is correct or not, so I'll put, let's see, Iran. Okay, as a country Iran, I'll select as Iran, and how many numbers of time? 32 time. So I am getting the same result. So this is working. Now we have count ifs function, which is equal to count if, where count ifs means one condition we can apply, count ifs means multiple conditions we can apply. So count if, what is the first criteria? Criteria range 1. So what is the criteria range 1? I'll select 1. This one is criteria. What is the criteria? I'll put as a country. Then what is the second criteria? Second criteria is criteria range. Then what is the criteria? I'll put as male. And if I put this, it will ask for the three criteria, but I don't want to go. I want to go with the 2 criteria only. So here if you see, I missed to the lock the cells, right? So here this is the relative reference. I will make it to absolute reference, F4. Then again I will select this one, I put F4. Now that C2, right? C2 also I have to make as a absolute reference, or else it will be getting changed. So now I'll get the same result. Now what I'll do is we will check if the data is correct or not, the if count if function is we have applied correctly or not. So what we will do, we will see one country, Jordan, we will see. So I'll put as Jordan, and if I apply male, I should be getting answer as 17. I got answer as 17. So hope you understand the count if function and count ifs function. Now we will see the average one, which will be similar to both of them. Just click on the equal to, then put average if, what is the range? It is totally as we have sum function. So click on this, then we have criteria, the range got selected. I will lock that cell F4 because I don't want to move. Then we have criteria. What is the criteria? I want this is my criteria, India. Then what is the average range, where we want, from where we want to have the average? So this is my average range. I don't want to moving this one also, so I will lock this cell. I'll put L. Yeah, I make the absolute reference to this also. I'm just copying and pasting here entire thing. If you see, I got the average. We have some more digits after decimal point. If you want to make like 2 digit, we can change it to 2 digit. Now similar as we have count ifs, sum ifs, count ifs, right? Same way we have average ifs, where we want to calculate the average, but there will be multiple conditions apply. So let's see what those are. Equal to average ifs. What is the average range? So first we have to provide the average range. This is my average range. I will log this cell. Then criteria first. What is the criteria? So I will put the country as a first criteria range. I'll put F4 again. I will log this cell. Then it will ask for the criteria. Where is the criteria? I want this wants to be criteria, my criteria. Then it will ask for the criteria range second. So this is my second criteria. I'm putting that, and then I'm locking this cell. I'll put comma, and what is the criteria? So where we can see the criteria, here we can see the criteria. Again I will lock this cell and hit enter. So if you see average if, I'm getting this number, we will validate it. I have multiple digits, so I will make as like 2 digits. I change to the number. Now if I wanted to validate what is the average of India across all, right? So I'll put here filter, I'll select as India, then I'll check the average. What is the average? So average I am getting 374.94, because it is like 3 like 0.9375. So 7 has converted to the this one, which we are getting correct. Now we will check for the male, because criteria we have provided as male, and now we will see the average. So 385.33. so this formula, all these three formulas are working fine. So in this video we have covered SUMIFs, SUMIFS, count ifs, average if, and average ifs. If you have any clarification, just let us know on the comment box. We will try to get back you. Thank you so much for watching. That's all for this video.